Hey everybody, this is Nick Wanker from thehyperloops.com. And no, you're not watching an Arrowbrook gaming video. You are watching a Hyperloops video with the assistance of ABG. I want to give them a shout out because this is I'm sort of, when I watch these videos, I have thoughts about them, and I find that writing all them down is quite laborious to just hit all the marks. So here's just going to be a longer video. You can go to their YouTube and watch their video. I'll leave a link of that description if you want to do that first. Or you can watch mine and then watch theirs. This is going to be presented way after their video. So, check them out. Check out their Patreon. I'm not trying to steal anything from them, but I feel like these sort of talking through what they're doing videos could be helpful, third-person perspective, and what exactly I should be thinking about. So here, Drew is playing Snoke, Wulff, Armored Reinforcements. You can't see the Armored Reinforcements right now. And ForeverFett is playing Aphra, Sentinel, Grievous, which quite strong deck. I really like that deck a lot as Aphra, go Aphra. And yeah, this matchup seems pretty horrendous for the 2-wide decks. Just only 11 health versus the massive amount of indirect that's going to be coming from the Aphra deck. I don't really love testing these matchups a ton. One of the things that Drew does have going for him is he does have access to Umbar in every game. One of the issues with that is that Aphra can just remove those dice pretty easily. They have automated defenses, which just says no to any die that they want. On top of that, it is expensive. You'd have to put a mod on it and then pay one. So strategies of removing resources is quite good for them versus that. So here we so let's hope maybe I'm proven wrong. Maybe Drew will skillfully navigate all the indirect. We shall see. And I'm going to start the video here. So Drew pretty much only keeps Doubt and Turret, which I agree with. Doubt's pretty good against all the dice that Aphra has. Getting rid of the resources and the double focus from Grievous. Even the 2 damage from Sentinel's pretty good. Sentinel's die can hit the focus again and then sort of make a die better, but Doubt's pretty good here. And yeah, so ForeverFett chooses his battlefield, gives it 2 resources, and I think this is more a negation of the battlefield because I'm pretty sure that ForeverFett feels that the battlefield is going to get used against him if he lets him have it. Salt Flats, and Salt Flats is super powerful here. And he rolls out Wulff as the first action. And it takes the dollar. Oh, he Snokes the dollar, yep. It does the damage with Snoke. So, that's good. Does not show the power action. It's a little slightly confusing, but we got there. So, great start by this is the sort of start that you can have that's quite powerful. And here we have Aphra rolling, I believe that was indirect. It's hard to see, but he doubts it right away. But unfortunately, he gets a dollar. Here, Wulff looks at, oh, he's about to look at his hand, but then he realizes he doesn't have the action. And here, Sentinel rolls, looks at the card, cannot play it or does not want to play it. And here he chooses to just look at his hand. He does have the probe, sort of getting rid of the doubt right away sort of plays around the probe a bit. And here, Drew will hopefully try to show that he has more, that he's sort of sandbagging to make him use that probe, because the probe will be good in round 2 if he doesn't use it. But ForeverFett might not have the luxury to keep it in hand, so he'll probably just spew it off. Yeah, and Climate Disruption Array is just brutal here. It's super good against these kind of decks, but Very strong start from Drew to get the 5 resources right away. He does have both Umbaran and Mega Blast Troopers, and this is a sort of an interesting thing about this deck right now is that he has AR out and just chooses to play the Mega Blast Trooper, which next round he will have access to the Mega Blast Troopers anyways. So yeah, he uses the probe here. Is not going to get anything. Seems like a fine play. He has 3 cards in hand. Wants to make sure that the coast is clear for Grievous Focus. Here Drew rolls out the Mega Blast Troopers. Ooh, does not get a great roll here. Yeah, those blanks. Man, those Trooper dice really do roll blanks a lot. But with all the focus coming from Drew, there's a pretty good chance that he will be able to do something with 3 cards in hand. And here it's very easy to discard because he can go get the Umbaran back with AR. And let's see here. Oh, just bad rolls from Drew. Hopefully he has 2 cards in hand. Pretty likely he'll be able to get something good here. Let's see here. Oh, they're playing at a pretty good pace here. Yeah, I think his options definitely is going to be re-rolling. He'll probably keep all the damage dice, knowing Drew. He might re-roll the Snoke 2 indirect, but I don't know. It's kind of close. I kind of like keeping it. I mean, it's reasonable enough. He really wants to hit the focus. He hits the 2 focus here with Wulff. And here comes a nice 2 focus from Grievous to get the 2 indirect and the 2 melee. And here comes the 2 focused. Probably going to get some. Oh, he's going for resource, eh? I don't know about this resource side. I mean, I think next round he wants to be able to Umbaran and get the be able to play support. So it sort of makes sense. He'll go up to 4 resources, be able to Umbaran for 2, and then have that use the turret, and he'll have 1 resource over. So that yeah, this makes sense. And actually, he got 2 resources, so he'll definitely be doing that here. Unfortunately, that Snoke's focus is not going to do anything unless he gets to claim. Let's see here. There's a chance he'll be able to claim depending on what ForeverFett does. Oh, he's going right away for the Umbaran, which makes some sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to claim. And with the Snoke focus, it's gonna hit quite nicely. Question is, does he play the turret? Because he's not going to have the money to turret. He might actually just roll in the Umbaran here. Yeah, but see, this is the problem here. Let's see here. So this is sort of questionable move here. Whether or not he wanted to do this, it's pretty juicy just to roll in the Umbaran and focus the special to be able to, because it is a pay side, to be able to use it and deal 2 damage to everything. This there's a pretty good chance that the turret's not going to do anything. He's going to be able to roll it in, so he's looking for like pretty good value still. Like if he hits 2 indirect, hits 2 direct, or hits the range, I mean, it could end up just being a push and then he got to play it in the hand. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. It's kind of a close decision. I think this is it really depends on how he rolls here. And oh yeah, he rolls really hot there. He's going to be able to pair that range there. And here comes a 3 indirect. And he's going to draw another card, deal another indirect with 0/0/0. Yeah, I mean, he has a 0/0/0. This is just pretty brutal for Drew here. This is one of the issues with this kind of deck. So he's probably going to go after for Grievous. Yeah, that makes sense. And he still has that focus with. So he's gonna. There's a good chance he'll be able to kill Grievous here. And he claims. Let's see here. Hopefully, if he gets a hot roll here, he's gonna. All right, he's got a discard. Yeah, I mean this isn't great. He'll get a discard and some damage. I believe the Umbaran has a 3 indirect. Yeah, he's checking it out. So he could go for the 2 damage or the 3 indirect. It's kind of close. I think you maybe go for the 2 direct. Or maybe not. Because if you go for the 2 direct, you can just roll out Mega Blast Trooper and threaten killing Grievous right away, knocking out those 2 dice. There's a very good chance. See, like he had another probe and he didn't want to keep it just because he wants to draw more gas. Which is unfortunate here because it would have been pretty good, but he might have not had any gas in his hand. And here he decides to play BT. It's an interesting decision because Drew can just roll out Mega Blaster Troopers. He might have a removal card in his hand to stop it. With Grievous being at having 3 life left, sorry, he will most likely not be able to kill him. I believe the math is pretty tough for. You have to hit a 2-1. It's not super tough, but here he peeks with Wulff. Doesn't see anything that he has. Oh, I guess the probe. Well, I guess he could have probed as the first action because he knew he had another probe in the graveyard. And that's a good reason to discard it as well. Something to keep in mind. Alright, so he's dealing 2 indirect to there. Yeah, this game is probably over this round. Someone's going to lose this round, most likely. If he can get off the Embaran, yeah, he really doesn't actually want to roll in anything that costs 2 or 3 because the removal that Paul has. And here, it's kind of that's tough because it's tough because he's just letting him have the Embaran, and that's just pretty dangerous. But we'll see here. And then Drew has a tough decision here. He's probably just gonna let Wulff die here. Yeah, the actions are tough here. I mean, Paul rolled really hot. Doing 3. Yeah, whoever he puts the extra indirect on is just going to die, so I think he'd rather have Wulff die. Yes, this is going to do 3 indirect, and Paul's draw was quite insane, but so was Drew's. I mean, this is a very, very hard-hitting game. I did see the clock was a very short game, so. Oh wow, and he doesn't have it. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the issues with this is one of the problems with using we'll go back to that move. He used the removal spell on the die, right? And he used the removal spell on a Mega Blaster Trooper die. And I want to go back to see if he had to use it. And also Paul, I think, messed up. He should have probably just put more damage into his characters. That way Embaran wouldn't have killed. If he just kills Grievous right off the bat, I believe that he. So here's he gets 5 damage, uses the 3 indirect. And I think that there's a argument to be made to not use that on there, because if the Embaran rolls a 2, he has 50% chance to roll a 2 or a 3. He can remove it, and then he's also taking an action here. So, good game. A lot of decisions could have been made differently here. But, I mean, it's probably something they didn't test out, but good for Drew. Did a lot of damage here. He did roll only 1. And in this spot here, he might not use the 3. He might just want to use, and here, Snoke rolls the focus. Yeah. And then he's in trouble. And this is a big misplay on his part, because he should just. He does have the 1 damages, so it's tough because he has to. Oh, he claims and kills him. Yeah, so yes, you actually. Yeah, the claim is what kills him because he does indirect and then he does 2 indirect. Yeah, so actually, Paul ends up winning, and yeah, it's all very fast. Yeah, no, so my goof, it is the last action of the game. Turns out that battlefield quite good for him because it does 2 indirect as you deal an indirect with the battlefield. And that was very, very big because he was able to claim twice. So there you go. Very, very heavy hitting game for both decks, and my assessment was correct, but it ended up being way more high powered because both draws were quite good. But the health was kind of a problem. Paul did end up claiming twice, which is unusual, but you know, both decks are pretty slow. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to use the removal there. I feel, I don't know, it's close because he removes it and it does an additional damage, so that could matter. And Paul got kind of bailed out there when he rolled a 3-for-1 and was able to kill. I mean, if he just rolls the 2 indirect, the 1 indirect, the 1 melee, it doesn't really do anything. So yeah, thanks for watching. You know, support ABG. We are patrons of ABG. We love their work. They do good work for us and the community. And yeah, so I think that was generally well played on my part. I'm just, you know, one of the things that I don't like about TTS is that it's hard to sort of see all the actions when you're watching matches, so you really have to pay attention. And I have bad sight, so. But yeah, no, both decks do look sweet. I don't think that you can play a heavy indirect deck that is a 2-character deck because of the low health pool. Snoke, Faust, Watto is sort of doing that as well, and I think it just does it better. You have an uncounterable way to get the resources to protect your dice. Had Paul had, let's say, automated defenses in round 1 and was able to remove that Wulff die to get the resources, the game wouldn't have been close at all. Because he did have that, the game was very close. And I think it's good to sort of go back to do that. I think if you want to play a 2-character deck, you have to. I think tanking could be pretty good right now in this metagame. I think that if you do want to be 2 characters, you should be going for direct damage because being able to knock out a character with 2 dice before they do anything, being able to knock out Snoke quickly could be quite powerful. So I think that there are enough things to do. I'm excited to keep playing. My schedule's been pretty busy, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the Hyperloops on YouTube, and please like and subscribe to all of the ABG videos because they're awesome. Take care, and as always, may the rolls be with you.